Hello everybody, this is my first video. I am Travis Prada, aka the Rock Guru 999. Beatles reference. Anyways, my first video, I'd like to call it Travis's Top 10 Songs of the 80s. They're all rock songs, and I'm going to give you a hint. Two of the songs that on this list are by two members from Genesis, because Genesis had a huge impact on the 80s, in my opinion. So let's get down to business. Number 10, coming from 1987's Hysteria album, Rocket by Def Leppard. Rocket's one of those songs where you're going to like a football game or a sports event or any type of event and you want something to pump you up. You hear the sound of that rocket lifting off and you know it's Def Leppard. By the way, the backwards message thing, or when they're sounding backwards, I think that's really cool. Sounds like they're aliens or something. Number 9. Any song from the Metallica of the 80s. Like stuff from like Kill 'Em All, Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Injustice for All of that stuff. Because like when Metallica came out in the early 80s, people were shocked at how heavy metal can get. What like Flea said at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction for Metallica, that stuff was pure heavy. It was just unbelievable. My favorite Metallica song, I'd have to say, well, it isn't from the 80s, but it's called Nothing Else Matters from the Black Album. My favorite 80s Metallica song would have to be either Trapped Under Ice. I don't care if I got it from Guitar Hero, I like that song. Number 8. From 1984. The album's called 1984. I'll Wait by Van Halen. It's one of those songs where while you're driving home at night and that opening synthesizer riff comes on and you don't know who it is, and then you hear David Lee Roth's voice come out and then, wow, I didn't know Van Halen can get like that. It's just amazing. Talking about, I don't know, a stripper or a model trying to get their photo or whatnot. Number 7. You wouldn't expect this band to be on my list. Veteran of the Psychic Wars by Blue Oyster Cult. You may hear that song from the movie Heavy Metal. I really like this song. When I'm playing Call of Duty, I always have that song playing because it feels like as I'm running through the battlefield, like fires everywhere, I feel like I'm a veteran of the Psychic War or a veteran of and surrounded by a bunch of flames. Anyways, Blue Oyster Cult was as good in the 80s as they were in the 70s. Number 6 is a one-hit wonder. Well, I don't know if it's a one-hit wonder or not. I just got into this band. What I Am by Eddie Brickell and the New Bohemians. I like this song because, you know, at the end of the 80s they had that neo-hippie movement. And I guess Eddie Brickell was the starter of all that. She has a great voice. None that you could ever hear. She has that unique voice, you know. It's kind of like that soft, easy feeling music. You can nod your head to. You can't bang your head, but you can nod your head to it. Number 5. This band has to be on any 80s list. U2 with their song New Year's Day. I love that song. I love the piano riff. I love Bono's voice. It's just pure amazingness. If amazingness is a word, or if it's not a word, correct me if I'm wrong. Nothing needs to be explained about that song. It's just great. I'll have to play that near 2012. Number 4. A girl makes it into our list. Besides Eddie Brickell, Rapture by Blondie. I like that song because it's like one of the first rock songs to have a little bit of rap or hip hop in it, because there's a spoken moment when Debbie Harry's singing some sort of rap kind of vibe. And I don't know if this is true or not, but she was like, someone said she was like the first female rap artist. Well, the first to have a female kind of rap song. Besides that, it's a really good song, and it showed how sexy Debbie Harry could be in the 80s. Number 3. A new wave band makes it onto our list, and I think you know who I'm talking about. Once in a Lifetime by Talking Heads. I like that song, especially the music video. David Byrne is like doing some weird dance as there's like a video of a tribal kind of movement. I like the keyboard kind of thing because it's like at the end of the disco era, it had that little groove and bass kind of tune. I really like that song. David Burns is a genius, and I hope the Talking Heads could get back together someday. Number 2. Does the phrase the hangover come into mind? That's right. In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins makes number 2. Besides the drum solo, I really like this song because it's like one of the songs you listen to at night when you're driving home. Phil Collins' haunting voice, his haunting singing about his wife leaving him, can show his pure anger, and that's really, really cool. I hope Phil Collins can be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame someday. Oh, I'm sorry, he was inducted with Genesis, my bad. But I'm talking about him for his solo work. And besides that, In the Air Tonight's a great song. It just keeps moving up and moving up and moving up and moving up and moving up. And you think it's a drum solo, but no, you hear another part. If you want to see a really good live video, check out Phil Collins at Live Aid. Oh, and be sure to type it In the Air Tonight at Live Aid. And at number 1, I'd like to hear a drum roll, please. In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel. It's a wonderful song. At first I was kind of confused. I thought it was Phil Collins singing that song because, you know, Phil Collins sometimes can have a little bit of the same voice as Peter Gabriel, but I guess Peter Gabriel has like a Steve Winwood kind of voice. I'm sorry, Phil Collins, but I have to pick Peter Gabriel. In Your Eyes, it's just one of the most beautiful songs ever written. It's one of the most romantic songs ever. When I get a girlfriend someday, if I ever propose to her, I will be playing In Your Eyes for her. It's so beautiful. That sound you hear with the keyboard, it sounds like something tropical. And the winner is Peter Gabriel. Thank you all. An honorable mention, I'd like to put another Peter Gabriel song, which is Sledgehammer. And I'd like to put Our House by Madness on an honorable mention. Tell me what you think of the top 10 80s songs of all time, in my opinion. I'd love to hear from you. Have a nice night. Peace, love, and rock and roll. Or rock and roll.